Well, what it is, Tim, at the minute, we're expecting high quality competition, and nobody's got over 2:24 yet. Actually, no, I tell a fib. Fascinotti from Italy has already managed to get over it. Women's 1500 next on the track.
It is indeed, and what a race this promises to be. They're hoping for something around 4 minutes, maybe quicker. A big field, 16 athletes out there on the back straight, but it includes the likes of Viola Kibiwot, who may lead. She was 5th at the World Championships back in 2007, the former World Junior Champion. Lakau Genzebe Dibaba, of course, the World Indoor Champion last year, the European Indoor Champion Aragawi from Gothenburg that Steve just mentioned. A few weeks ago, there's Aragawi in the yellow. Tall figure, ran under 4 minutes, 3:58 in fact, on the 21st of February in Stockholm, and then 10 days later won the European Indoor title at a canter, no less. It is a big field, but it's a good quality field. Look out for Janet Jepkoskai, the world champion back in 2007 at 800 metres. This is only her 4th ever 1500 metres. It'll be very, very interesting to see how she copes here. There is Jepkoskai. Only 8th in the Olympic 800 metre final last year. But if she's in shape, she can bring that speed to bear. 1:56.0 is her personal best for 800. She could be a real factor here. Well, there are 2 pacemakers. The early pace is expected to be taken up by Sonja Roman of Slovenia, and she will go through 800 and 2:07. That's the plan, and then Lydia Wafula of Kenya will take them to 1,000 in around 2:40, which is exactly 4-minute pace. But of course, women's 1500 metres is an event in turmoil in some respects. So many medalists over the last few years, and particularly recently, these last 2 or 3 years, have been banned for doping offences. Most notably, just in the last 10 days, the 1500 Olympic champion from London has been named as under investigation for anti-doping rule violations by the IAAF, and she is provisionally suspended. That is Çakır of Turkey, of course. Well, let's focus on this one now, and the pace looks pretty healthy, Steve. They go through 300 metres here in about 46 seconds, so it's on the quick side. The pack, I guess, 47 seconds, but you quite often find this, don't you? The first lap is quickish just to clear out and get it tidied up.
I think they've got a bit of an issue here with Roman. I'm not sure she's capable of running a 7, and what my worry is this, that she goes 62 and then she runs a 65. That's not what you want. You want an even pace. And it's been interesting to watch what's happening behind, because Aragawi, who normally likes to get out there in front, she's tucked in behind Dibaba, behind the 2 pacemakers here, and Aragawi looks as though she might be hoping that Dibaba will pick it. Of course, Dibaba herself had a great indoor season, almost breaking the world record at 3,000 metres, so she's supposedly really strong, Tim, and that might be a factor here, but you can tell the pace is already slowing down. 2:07 was the request at 800. Look at that, she hasn't even managed to get beyond 600 metres, so well, not good pacemaking.
That's poor pacemaking, I have to say. Wafula at the front now, a lot of pressure on this young lady. Dibaba in 2nd, Aragawi in 3rd, Desalen in 4th. Kipyegon moving up down the outside in 5th place. Watch her, Kipyegon. Big young talent, World Junior Champion last year. And as they head round this bend to approach the 800 metre mark, the former World Youth Champion, now World Junior Champion, has moved into 4th place. Still good pacemaking being done here by Wafula as they go through 800 and 2:06.7. It's even a little bit quicker than expected, although the pack would have gone through in around 2:07, 2:08.
Well, Wafula's doing a great job here. Roman wasn't the best of pacemakers, but she was asked to go to 1,000 metres, and she's doing a great job of that. And look at this, I think you're right, Kipyegon, I think she's going to have a fantastic year. She's already run a personal best at 800. She won the World Cross Country title with ease, to be honest, and you add that to her exploits as a junior on the track last year. She's going to have a cracking year. So now the pacemaker steps aside. Dibaba finds herself in the position I'm sure she wouldn't want to be, with Aragawi and Kipyegon tucked in behind her off this really fast pace.
Well, just under 400, under 500 to go. Dibaba looking very strong. She's a lovely looking move for the World Indoor Champion. Surprisingly went out in her heat of the Olympic Games last year. She was carrying a slight injury. The bell in 2:55.5, and a sub-4 is on here. Aragawi dogging her heels in 2nd place on that yellow strip. Little Kipyegon surely being dragged to a personal best here as they approach 1,200 metres. There's about a 15-metre gap at the moment. I think back to Jepkoskai in 4th place. They go through 1,200 in 3:10.58 rather, and down the back straight. Kipyegon still hanging on in 3rd place as Aragawi moves onto the shoulder of Dibaba. A battle royal here with 200 to run. The Ethiopian trying desperately to hold pole position on the inside, and she's forcing Aragawi
the European indoor champion who ran so well in the colours of Sweden on home soil just some 5 or 6 weeks ago to run wide. They come into the straight. Aragawi has got the lead. Dibaba now moves wide. Can she get back to the Swede? It's going to be very tight indeed, but there's a bit of daylight there now. And Aragawi dives on. And it's Kipyegon indeed who goes past Dibaba. And watch the clock. This is mighty fast. Oh my word. The fastest time in the world this year. 3:56.61 unofficially. All three of those women will have crashed through the 4-minute barrier in their first significant race of this 2013 season. Fabulous running. And I have to say, Steve, while you were quite right to say that Roman didn't exactly do an ideal job for 600 metres, didn't last very long. Certainly Wafula, with her pacemaking over that next 400 metres, did a wonderful job to set up that win for Abeba Aragawi. Former Ethiopian, 3:58 indoors just a few weeks ago, now 3:56 in her first big outdoor race.
Well, what a race, what a way to begin the evening. Dibaba really was in the position she didn't want to be in. She did her best to hold off Aragawi, who's naturally the more of a front runner, likes to normally be out there in front. And how on earth they attacked this last lap off that already fast-paced 61.4 or so on the last 400 metres. But look at young Kipyegon. As good as Aragawi is, she must be thinking, goodness me, this youngster kept coming, 19 years of age, stronger and stronger in the last 100 metres. She was finishing quicker than anybody else, just let the top two get away a little bit with 200 to go. She's got a new national record. Kenya have got a new hero at 1,500 metres, certainly in terms of women. But let's not take anything away from Aragawi. The Swede, she's been there since 2009, married a Swede, got citizenship only last year, couldn't compete in the Olympic Games, of course, because the citizenship wasn't through. But the World Championships beckon for her early in the season. Let's hope she stays healthy. But what a way to start.
Fourth place there, Viola Kibiwot, just outside 4 minutes. Great running from her. Chepkoech Sum, 4:02, a personal best in 5th place. The place time is fabulous. Desalegn in, 8th place in 4:05, a national record there for the United Arab Emirates. Confirmation of that win for Aragawi, a world lead, 3:56.6, ahead of Kipyegon's national record for the Kenyans, 3:56.98, and Dibaba in 3rd.